I am Professor Dr. Vivek Gupta from Delhi Apollo Hospital, Indraprastha. Today is 5th of December, Sunday. I am standing here with one of the representative of Alive Corps who are expert in remote monitoring of cardiac rhythm. So we'll start with arrhythmias. What are cardiac arrhythmias? I'm also chairman of Indo-European American Conclaves. So cardiac arrhythmia is a condition where heart normal sinus rhythm is replaced by abnormal rhythm. Heart has a very systematic system. That means it will contract at a regular beat, and this is governed by sinus node, which is sitting in the atria, which is the upper part of the heart. Whenever there is a beat which is coming from either from upper part, not from sinus node, or a beat coming from the ventricle, which is the lower part of the heart, that is known as cardiac arrhythmia. Whether it can be either single isolated beats or happening at various intervals, or it can be continuous beats, abnormal beats coming from the atria. They are known as atrial rhythm, and if it is irregular, they are known as atrial fibrillation. Coming from the lower part of the heart, they are either ventricular ectopics, or if it is continuous, there is a non-sustained ventricular tachycardia. If it is continuous further, they are known as sustained ventricular tachycardia. In general, the abnormal beats or arrhythmia which is coming from the upper part of the heart is more safe, while the arrhythmia which is coming from the lower part of the heart, ventricles, can be life-threatening. It can lead to ventricular tachycardia, ventricular fibrillation, and sudden cardiac arrest, and ultimately death. This is one of the very important causes of sudden death. Who are the patients who are actually who are more prone for such things? Number one, patients who have got a low ejection fraction. Patient who has got a low ejection fraction on the echocardiography, they have especially ejection fraction less than 35. It has been seen that lower part of the arrhythmias of the heart are very common. And these are the patients who should take automatic implantable cardiac devices. Not only that, these are the patients who should be actually given the support of remote monitoring of cardiac rhythm. Because if the patient has a feeling of palpitation, and these patients can immediately record and send it to the cardiac physician or his local physician, who will find the ECG, okay, it's abnormal rhythm, you should do further Holter monitoring and further treatment. Remote monitoring is important in these patients. Secondly, this will actually help in averting a sudden cardiac death. Ventricular tachycardia, especially in the patients who have got a low ejection fraction heart failure patients. Many times, even with a normal ejection fraction, that means normal heart, they will have such bad arrhythmias. This can be because of long QT syndrome, or this can be because of the past history of bypass surgery, or this can be because of past history of any ventricular repair or congenital heart surgery. Recently, we had a patient who had a past history of ventricular VSD repair, hole in the heart, and then she started throwing ectopics, and suddenly she had a malignant ventricular arrhythmias. If we have a home monitoring, these patients will be benefited. Coming on to the upper part of the heart, atria. They are the most important talk for today is atrial fibrillation. What is atrial fibrillation? The upper part of the heart is beating at the rate of 300 per minute. But the lower part of the heart will be irregularly, just watch my hand, irregularly beating at the rate of 110 or 150 or 110. So these are the patients who will throw embolic fluid. That means the clot will be forming. Let me tell you, thrombus will be forming the upper part of the heart. And this will embolize and cause stroke. One of the important cause of stroke, paralysis, is atrial fibrillation. Embolism, a clot forming in the upper part of the heart, going to the brain, and the patient is crippled for the whole life. These are also patients which will have by home monitoring. Why? Because many times patient will have ectopics. मुझे palpitation हुआ, मुझे धड़कन तेज हुई, and then suddenly became normal. If you have a home monitoring system, you can diagnose early, because at that time you will take an ECG. You will take an ECG and then transmit to the physician. Because you cannot go out of your house for the ECG immediately. If you have a home monitoring system, you can transmit to physician, and physician can diagnose atrial fibrillation. And these are the patients who should be given long-term anticoagulation, which is a blood thinner. Then you will avoid a stroke happening because of atrial fibrillation. Intermittent atrial fibrillation is also one of the important cause of clot forming inside the brain, inside the heart, going to the brain. So home monitoring is useful for the both parts of arrhythmias, upper part, which is atrial fibrillation, lower part, which is ventricular tachycardia. And therefore, it is very important that now the physician should get updated, or rather they should be conscious enough to help the patients, tell the patients that they should have a home monitoring system so that we can prevent future arrest, future embolic phenomena, future stroke, and future sudden death. Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Vivek Gupta from Indraprastha Apollo Hospital, during the Cardiological Society of India meeting, standing on the Alive Corps stall and giving me the opportunity to talk and educate the physicians and the patients both. Thank you.